Fine, let's talk about Captain America: Brave New World. Not bad, came out on February 14th. I'm reviewing it today. So, looking at it from a Norm's perspective, this is incomprehensible, to be honest with you. You know, they spent the first roughly 30 minutes with Sam Wilson as Captain America and keep saying what a wonderful guy, Captain America. Hey, Cap, how you doing, Captain America? Oh, Cap, we all love Captain America. And you're watching going, who the fuck's he? I thought Captain America was a white bloke. What's going on? Right? Well, and he's got like this sidekick with him. He's got this new, like, just annoying side, like this guy. And I'm like, I don't know who this is. I don't know what it is. And I've seen the Winter Soldier and Buck in the Winter Soldier. I don't know. It was like, how many years ago was it? That was what, 2021? I don't know. So yeah, there's a lot of things. Oh, it's very obvious to me that the Harrison Ford, who's taking over the role from not John Hurt, from William Hurt, and I think that's actually a good bit of recasting because William Hurt is very iconic, right? William Hurt, I mean, you'll need somebody like that, of that kind of stature, of General. But it's very obvious to me that he is a stand-in for Trump, right? And the question is, when did they start making this movie? Because when they started making this movie, they obviously thought that Trump could well win, unless they're saying, well, wouldn't it be weird if Trump comes back? Here, let's have a look. Brave New World. So when do you think? So it's Falcon and Winter Soldier was written in 2020, was done in 2021. I wonder when they started. Question: when did they start photography on it? And then you can backtrack from there. 2018 was developing a limited series. Okay, fine. So 2021. 2022, right? Yeah, so they're working on a script in July of 2022. Did it look like Trump was on his way back then? Because that's clearly how they're treating it. Like, when do we win it here? Trump, July 2022. Let's see what comes up. Trump returns to the scene of his tarnished legacy. So he just relaunched. Essentially, he just relaunched his campaign, right? And the reason I'm talking about it because it all like directly dovetails straight into that. Because yeah, he's very much a stand-in for Trump. I think a lot of the reshoots were making him more of a sympathetic figure. Anyway, okay, so you start off, you have Captain America is on a mission with his sidekick, whoever the fuck he is, I don't know, doing Captain America shit. And honestly, it just doesn't really work, right? Because he does like the big hero land at the beginning, and he's not established. That's the problem. Like, again, I'm looking at go, who the fuck are you? Like, what? What's going on? Like, and the normies are like, what the I don't know. There's no establishment of this character as Captain America, and you're supposed to instantly love and adore him as Captain America. And that's one of the fundamental pillars on why this movie fails. Right, yeah. I mean, really, it's there's zero setup, right? And the reason Captain America was so great because they had such an incredible setup with like the first third of Captain America: First Avenger, right? Was so strong, right? And and you really liked him. You liked the underdog. Now the second problem is, and this is going outside the plot, but why is he Captain America? It makes no sense whatsoever. Like he's never taken the super serum, and he's Captain America because he's black. And that third thing is he's Falcon, another superhero. So he's actually much closer, and he's got no powers, right? So he's much closer to Iron Man, right? So if they had him as the new Iron Man, that would actually work, right? That would have actually made sense. Especially there's some like aerial daring do going on in at some point in the movie on the set pieces, and you see it very much from his HUD display. I'm like, this is Iron Man. This is not Captain America, right? So there's zero setup of this character, and you're supposed to instantly love him. That's on an emotional level why it totally fails, right? Because you just don't give a shit, frankly, right? You see, and then there's so many things that just annoy me now. It's very CGI. I can't stand the CGI. Helmet goes on and off. That's just stupid. Right? I'm sorry, it's dumb. It doesn't really work. And the CGI, the wings come out. It's like when he does it, it's boring. Right? This is a movie we've seen many times before. Now and then after they introduce a really interesting character and something that would have made this work a lot better. This Captain America from the 50s who spent the last 20, 30 years in jail being experimented on and screwed over by the American government. Now, here's how this movie could have actually worked very well. That if it was a sequel to that movie, like let's say instead of he's taking on the mantle of Captain America, he takes on the mantle of Iron Man, which makes so much more fucking sense. Right? Again, it's the same. He has a suit. It's the same powers, essentially, right? But let's say he's taking on the mantle of Iron Man, and you play that with like an A-B story, like in Godfather Part 2, right? Where you have like young Vito and what's his name? Not Marlon Brando. What's the bloody name? Michael Corleone, played by one of the most famous actors as well. One second. Godfather Part 2. Al Pacino. Oh god, that was so annoying. That was just so annoying. The rise of Al Pacino's Godfather and the rise of Marlon Brando's Godfather, as played by Robert De Niro. You have like an A-B storyline. So they could have done a great movie about that fucked over black Captain America from the 50s, right? And how he spent all these years in jail. And that would have been such a compelling time. And they like just shoehorned it apparently into Falcon and Winter Soldier, which was 4 years ago, and nobody saw it, and nobody remembers it, and nobody fucking cared. But you could have actually set up his character to be a character that you cared about, because it was, the building blocks are there. It was from a graphic novel, run by Ed Brubaker, who is just a great writer. Right, I'm really looking forward to. There's a adaptation coming on, I think Amazon, of Criminal, which is one of his best things. So then, what's his name? The guy from Breaking Bad is in the beginning, and he put it as this like super, what's the word again? Not assassin. I mean, he's an assassin as well, but the super like mercenary, and he's very good in the role. You get the feeling like he's been in the Marvel universe for a while, and you're supposed to know who he is. Again, I have no idea, right? No idea. There's a lot of that stuff going on, right? So, but he's actually quite good in it, just like Harrison Ford's character, just it's so inconsistent. Maybe it's all the reshoots, because his character and motivations kind of like completely change, very like at about halfway through the movie. Right, he becomes he's first half of the movie is kind of a redemptive figure, looking for peace, looking to find peace with his daughter, Liv, Arwen from Lord of the Rings, and you see him being like quite a conciliatory, and thoughtful president, right? So I think that's where a lot of the reshoots came in to make him seem more nicer, more sympathetic. So another character we need to talk about is what's the name? The Israeli character, the Israeli super spy, superhero super spy, also from the Red Room. You know, that's where what's the name? All the black widows are trained. So I don't know how they did this. They found the one Israeli chick who isn't hot. It's so weird. You go outside in Israel and you throw a stick, right? And you're going to hit several hot women, and then they'll be able to break your arm, which is kind of hot. Is it Liv Tyler? Thank you. Which is kind of hot of itself. But yeah, she's just weird looking, right? Sabra, right? She's just weird looking and tiny. She's so small, it's ridiculous, right? It's like kind of like. It's kind of like Ant-Man. She's so small, right? It's just absolutely ridiculous. Could have been good, but I don't know how'd you get fucking Israeli and not Israeli woman and not have someone hot. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? Really? So then the villain turns out to be something that I thought was a DC villain. It was essentially how they described the villain from the Suicide Squad, played by Peter Capaldi, the Thinker, right? So essentially like that, who's like very smart and using people, whatever. So there's a couple of good set pieces. There's a bit where there's a unexpected assassination attempt on the president, which I thought was well put together, right? That was a good, pulse pounding, exciting moment. But generally speaking, again, nobody knows who Sam Barnes is or Sam Wilson is, right? Nobody has an idea. The finale where Harrison Ford turns into the Red Hulk is very cool, right? It's been a long time since you've seen like a Hulk fight, and that's very cool. But again, that he doesn't have the super serum is just stupid. It really is. It's just stupid. Like, again, why is he Captain America? It makes no sense whatsoever. Bucky Barnes shows up at one point, and you go, "Oh, it would have been better if he was Captain America." Or what's his name? Kurt Russell's son, Wyatt Russell from Thunderbolts, who was Captain America for a little bit, and then killed the guy who killed his friend, or something like that, and then he wasn't allowed to be Captain America anymore for some reason. He was so much better at Captain America. Like, I'm sorry, he's just not Captain America. And that's really the fundamental issue with it. He's not Captain America. They didn't set him up as Captain America. From a normie's point of view, you go, what the fuck's going on? Who is this guy? Oh, there. And then the plot is driven by the discovery of adamantium from something, I guess it's from the Eternals, some space giant thing that landed in the Indian Sea. Like, no one's seen any of this shit. What are you doing? Right? Stop acting like everything. It's not 2015 anymore. Right? It's 10 years later. You fucked it in the arse relentlessly, and now it's bloody, right? And not working out as well as it used to. Right? It's not working anymore. And they're still acting like, oh yeah, look, everybody loves it, yay! And you remember, Bucky Barnes, and like, who? Well, you remember General Ross? Who? No, I don't. I don't remember any of them. And then I found the denouement where am I going to spoil it? Yeah, I'll spoil it because it gives a shit. It's really not. Again, the trouble is, we've seen this sort of thing done a lot better very recently. Winter Soldier, Captain America Winter Soldier did this superhero espionage thing really, really well. and it's way more entertaining and watchable than this. Maybe because Captain America is Captain fucking America, right? I just think that's an important part of it. That Captain America needs to be Captain America, right? Again, he just should have been Iron Man. Like Tony Stark's gone, he should have been the new Iron Man. I don't get it. I don't get why this guy with no powers. And then how's he fighting people with power? I don't get it. I really don't get it at all, right? But the plot. Okay, so if they had done the 1950s Captain America movie, right, and then built up that character, maybe, and then have Sam Wilson in it on his journey to become, I think, Iron Man, not Captain America, whatever. And then this was a sequel to that movie. This would be good. But the only reason they made him Captain America because he's black, and they want to make a point that black people can be Captain America. No, again, only racists think that can't be the case. Thinking the idea that a black person can't represent America is something that never crossed the mind of most people who voted for Trump. Right? It's just an insanity. But I want to tell you. It's very, very missable. Oh, that's how very, very missable. All right, there was really nothing going on there. That's really worth watching whatsoever. Right? Sadly, it could have been so much better. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.